Okay, welcome back to the Friday rundown. Rundown rush. I have to say rush, otherwise I'll get sued. I'm Chris Fagan. Joining me today is always wilding, styling, and profiling.
What's up, y'all? Sarah
Sarah,
Catherine the Red.
again on a Friday. We said we were going to do
Again.
this on
Mm-hmm.
Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. It's like I reminded you guys yesterday.
Yeah.
We only got one topic we're going to go through, and but ironically, this one topic that we chose kind of splintered off into two situations.
A
So
few
yeah, it's like
situations,
a
really, like if we're getting real about it. And
yeah
it's all very, very new within days.
of each other.
So shocked that we found something new
Yeah,
on the
this
internet.
this was and you guys, if you don't know, we always say we were talking about this like on Wednesday, like in regards to the whole Brie Larson thing with the YouTubers that she's
Yeah.
beefing with. Like we're not a shock jock channel, but there are some YouTube channels out there that love to get. We were talking about what the clickbait and the
Yeah.
hate bait and stuff like that, and
Shock jocks.
these want to be shock jocks now, and it's with the internet and the social media and stuff. It's getting wilder out there. So I don't even know why anybody would want to. I'm trying to find our double screen
Yeah.
here. I don't know why anybody would want to do that as a profession. Like, oh, that's what I. But
Well, if you
that's.
think about we'll just say the YouTube platform in general,
Hmm.
these people wanting to talk about celebrities and stuff, you can look at historically all the people that really got big talking about celebrity gossip, celebrity news. I mean, the whole channel is basically that,
Hmm.
you know, and stuff like that. I mean, MTV, they did that stuff too. Everybody's interested in everybody else, and I guess celebrities are an easy target,
Right.
unfortunately.
But
Yeah.
this whole but like we were saying on Wednesday, that
Mm-hmm.
this whole need to want to be shocking and to I guess you want to gain that attention. Well, we'll start off with which one do you want to start with? Because there's two fronts that have connective tissue with Nicki
Yeah.
Minaj as the center of it. There's a YouTuber by the name of she goes by the name Nosey Heaux. H
Mm-hmm.
it's very classic, very French. It's
It is.
Heaux. So
Yeah.
it's like my last
Like a
name is
hoe from Louisiana.
right. Well,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I got family from Louisiana, so I wouldn't want to go there, but but at the same time, no, it's
Yeah.
I know I see what you're saying
Mm-hmm.
there with
It's French.
the Creole side
Yeah.
of it, right? But like my last name is Fagan, or when I'm fancy with it, Fagan. So,
There
welcome
you
to
go.
Chateau Fagan. So Nosy, according to this interview, she did an interview with another YouTuber named
Mm-hmm.
Lead Attorney. He was covering this whole thing because Nicki Minaj is filing suit against uh, the YouTuber,
Yeah.
and I'm trying to see if
And that
do I
this
have the
is
right one.
per that interview. We found this information
Hmm.
out, and he read a Rolling Stone article. So this is not something that we've looked up and confirmed that there's an actual lawsuit. Just to be clear, per the interview the
Well,
with the
according to, I mean, he's an attorney. He said the lawsuit
mhm.
that she's filing, they're in the mix of it. So he's not going to say something unless he's
Well,
actually
he's just quoting Rolling Stone, and that's our source as well.
yeah. This
So
Rolling
I'm
Stones
just saying
Nicki says
we
that
have
Nicki
not
Minaj.
confirmed legally with the court that the lawsuit is still current. So
Well, that the suit has been filed. Now they haven't gone to
mhm.
court yet or anything like that, but she's taking, according to them, they've taken legal action. And
Yeah.
what? Let me go to the website real fast. So let me.
So the legal action against Nosey Ho is based off of defamation.
Definitely.
This is this is very complicated. So everything that has to do with this and these surrounding incidents seem all interconnected with a central theme, which we'll talk about in a little bit. But just to say what the lawsuit is, Nicki Minaj is suing Nosey Ho for defamation, based off of calling her, as you can see
So
from this article right here,
referring to her as a crackhead or a cocaine
as
user,
a
a cokehead.
cokehead, saying that she does a lot of drugs. And if you scroll down, you should be able to see
Well,
some of the
this
tweets.
is from Page Six website. I'm not on the Rolling
Mhm.
Stone one, so
Oh, okay. Do they show any of the tweets where Nosey Heaux really kind of made some shocking claims against Nicki Minaj, where they talked about per the
well,
lawyers.
I tried to pull up the Rolling Stone one, but
Yeah.
it tells me to subscribe, and I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you have a link, or if you can read them out if you have them up.
So I don't have those, but
Well, I'll go down the real quick on what this one's saying. If we can, maybe we can break it down. So this is from Page Six. It says Nicki Minaj is suing blogger Nosey Heaux for calling her a cokehead, according to the court doc obtained by Page Six. So there are court docs. The rapper 39 claims that Nosey Heaux, born Marley Green, posted a video Monday that included allegations of drug use. Minaj is shoving all this cocaine, up her nose, allegedly.
yeah,
Thank you. Allegedly, but we all know it's true. See, you can't say allegedly and then back it up with we know it's true.
Yeah.
And according to the lead attorney, saying allegedly don't cover you with that as much as people think it does.
It does not.
But we all know it's true. Nosey Heaux allegedly said via social media. See, now that allegedly works because we're not playing the video. She go blank. She said, listen, I can't even say allegedly with that because we all know it's true. I'm not saying allegedly on that. Nicki Minaj is a cokehead. That's a quote. I'm not saying that myself. So don't
here's
come for
another
me,
one.
What you got?
I stand by WTF I said at Nicki Minaj was on Instagram with cocaine running out of her nose. End quote.
And one of the
this is according to Billboard.
And one of the commenters was saying that this is on lead attorney's page. Maybe I should pull his page up real quick, but the sound isn't working so much. That's not going to benefit us. But one of the things I remember hearing that one of the callers brought in was like, don't think that is just an open and shut win for Nicki Minaj, because there is a video of an interview that Nicki Minaj gave where she was also asked about her mention of drug use on her songs. And according to, this is just third party hearsay because I'm quoting what another person is saying on another person's channel.
So it definitely could be considered hearsay.
But according to her, he said there is an interview that Nicki was on where she was promoting one of her albums, and the question was, you talking about doing all these drugs and weed and this and that and the other, is all that stuff true? And she goes, if you want to know the list of drugs that I've ever done, listen to my music. And then she points out that there is a song, or two, there's at least one song where Nicki Minaj raps about doing coke. So the lead attorney said that could give Nosey Heaux a little bit of cover, because if the video is out there that Nicki Minaj in public said, if you want to know the drugs that I've ever taken, listen to this song. And they pull up that song and they play it. She said she did coke. So that could give her some cover on that.
Could do it, but like the only thing that they're not citing solely, they're suing her for defamation based off of what she's saying about drug use. They're suing her for defamation based off of what she's been saying on Twitter and on her social media.
Oh yeah, it's way more than just one thing.
She's not just saying that she's not alleging that Nicki Minaj is a drug user. She's talking badly about her child, her 1-year-old child, and she's talking badly about her husband, which we'll talk more about what's going on with that part, but just all around just kind of dogging her and being very, very negative.
Well, and we can go into the whole husband part of it real fast. Let's
keep rolling down because
you want to finish this one? You want to finish this?
Yeah, because it gets more complicated than that. Because this individual, Nosey Heaux, also sued Nicki Minaj and her husband last year, and this is according to the Billboard's article, saying that they harassed and intimidated into staying quiet about being a about being the victim at the center. Wait, that doesn't make any sense. So Heaux sued Nicki Minaj and her husband Kenneth Petty, alleging the couple had harassed and intimidated her into staying quiet about being the victim at the center of Petty's 1995 conviction on attempted rape charges. Minaj was later dropped in the cage.
And let's back away from and let's replace.
That's Heaux. Sorry, that's Heaux, not Heaux.
And back away from using the R word. Grape is what, because so it's a YouTube sensitive word. But yeah, and I got that right here as well. Minaj is also upset that with Nosey Heaux for allegedly making disparaging comments about her 1-year-old son, whom the musician shares with a husband, Kenneth Petty. Petty, 44, is a registered offender, convicted of attempted grape of a 16-year-old. So he was convicted, 1994.
He was convicted of attempted.
And what Nicki Minaj is doing is she's like her followers are like, well, she's defending. They're not defending what he did or what he's convicted of, but the whole argument where he paid his debt to society. He is registered. He got in trouble. It all came up again because this happened in New York. He went to California. He didn't re-register in California like he was supposed to, and got arrested again. And then that's where Nosey Heaux
faces up to 10 years in prison for not registering.
Right.
Yeah. Petty faces up to 10 years in prison for not re-registering within the state he resides, which is law.
Right.
And
it brought. And then Nosey Heaux is bringing all of this up and bringing awareness. Now, her whole interview with the lead attorney was basically like she's defending herself and laying it all out. She was I'll give her credit. She was being careful of not to say too much, but at the same time,
she was taking a stance of being a protector of rape survivors.
Right.
That she was herself a survivor, and that's kind of her stance. She took a very noble lean on it, which, she was defending herself in the way, but she consequently left out all of the other items that obviously wouldn't make her look so good.
Well, I mean, I give credit to lead attorney for getting on her about this, because he doesn't have a dog in a fight, and he's been a lawyer for so many years. He asked her straight up, why do you have to, in order to defend other survivors, why did you have to stand on and talk down on a defenseless 1-year-old who has nothing to do with it? It was totally
a baby.
You can't say I'm a defender of women. I'm standing up for women, but you're standing on top of on children. There is no defense to this. And
there's not, and it's unfortunate, and it's sad to see these celebrity bloggers and people like that going after people's kids. Yeah. Like, regardless of whose kids they are, they're children, and they didn't choose who their parents were. They're just being raised by them.
Right.
So, and that goes all out. No matter what side of the political fence you are, what side of what you believe in, I don't think anybody's children should be attacked in any way.
Oh, here it is right here. Petty 44, registered convicted 6 years. Okay, per the doc, the blogger claimed the couple's son needs therapy because, and to quote, your baby is going to be a offender too.
Yeah.
Marley Green continues saying, Marley Green is a disgrace, someone so lacking in fundamental decency that she has posted vile comments about Nicki's 1-year-old son. When this case is over, she will no longer be permitted to use the name Nosey Heaux because we will take her trademark from her when she does not have enough money to pay the judgment, Minaj's attorney, Judd Bernstein, told Page 6 in a statement. So that this was also just, hey, Nixon, how you doing? I see you in the car. I told you Nixon would be. And Nixon, I'm gonna need your help later on you need to help me out with Discord. We'll talk about that after the show. I'll reach out to you.
But according to Nosey Heaux, this whole incident, like the whole reason why she's being sued, the whole reason why she's being targeted, and we can talk more about how she's claiming she's being targeted, is because she did a live on YouTube, and on that live, the victim of that of the reason why Petty was convicted, the victim in that lawsuit showed up to her live unannounced, and she allowed her to join, and she shared her recollection of the incidences that happened.
Right.
And so shortly after that, and even it's in this Billboard article, that's when the lawsuit came about.
The Starship singer is suing Nosey Heaux for defamation, claiming she's never used cocaine and is seeking damages of no less than $75,000. Now you can sue for the amount, whatever amount, but it's going to be the jury, if it goes to jury, to they can decide to let her get the $75,000. They can decide, because this is what happened with Johnny Depp. They could increase it or decrease it. Now, me personally,
they can make a suggestion, but ultimately it's the judge is going to decide whether or not
the
applicable
judge, based
off of case precedent. But yeah.
Now, what would you if you were in that jury? What would you give her?
I don't even want to play with that.
Let's say that if Nicki Minaj's lawyer gave the convincing argument and won the case, and you were going to rule in favor of Nicki Minaj, me personally, I'm okay with giving Nicki Minaj the win if it shows that it is what it is and she won. But would I give her $75,000? No. The win should be enough. Hell, if she wanted to win and an apology, order that. Yeah. But I'd get maybe a couple thousand, depending on what Nosey Heaux can afford to lose, that wouldn't destroy her.
But that's the whole point of this. Like, it's not about winning a lawsuit and having to pay fees or fines. It has or a judgment. It has nothing to do with affordability for those who owe. It's more about what it would be worth, or the damage to the other person's in a defamation suit, damage to their reputation.
She wants to make a statement.
So, in my opinion, and this is I'm not a lawyer. In my opinion,
you're not. Well, what is all that legal advice you gave me yesterday?
Nicki Minaj being worth millions upon millions.
Millions.
Is saying that she is alleging that she used drugs. Nicki Minaj used drugs, worth $75,000, because that is kind of a drop in the bucket.
It depends. You got to look at it like this. What if Nicki Minaj is on the verge of a Reebok deal and that's worth $30 million, and go, oh well, we don't want to work with you because you.
But then the defamation suit should be worth the loss of income that those falsities and those rumors caused. That's my point.
That's, if I'm not mistaken, the 75 I think is the base, is like a base number.
Well,
it could go higher.
But they're not claiming higher. So if they wanted it to be higher, they could come in and say, we're suing her for defamation. This really hurt my career because you said this, and this. This is the estimated loss in income and revenue that your rumor caused.
What?
And any lawyer worth their salt would be coming forward in that way. What's interesting to me about the $75,000 is because, according to Nosey Heaux, and she shared some tweets and DMs and stuff allegedly from Nicki Minaj. We don't have any proof of that. Saying that they've already looked up how much she's worth, and they're going to take everything from her. And if this individual, if Nosey Heaux, maybe she's only worth $75K. Maybe she's only has a net worth of $50K.
Probably.
And so they're looking to take everything from her.
They already mentioned her name and everything. Right here on the website, it says, we know you don't have any money to speak of, so losing all of this advertisement money from YouTube will make a huge dent, Minaj allegedly wrote.
So that's very interesting to me.
It seems, based on what you're saying, she's targeting the dollar amount that would shut her down, not a dollar amount that would.
Which also makes me think that, this is not, she's not really worried
she's
about
not about, she's not. She lives in a $20 million house.
So it's not going to, the actual defamation, and that could be considered when going to court. Did this really hurt her reputation to the point where she lost income? Because that's what defamation.
That's what the lawsuit's going to have to prove.
If you look at Johnny Depp and the Amber Heard cases, he won defamation suit because he actually lost work and lost jobs, and he could prove that he lost income due to what she alleged.
Right.
And that's how you prove defamation. So I don't know how she would be able to prove defamation in this case without proving a material loss.
What about the real quick before we run out of time? We're running on. It's already 1:30 on my time. What about the other the other mess that Nicki Minaj has been trending this week, and the whole situation is a hot mess. Nicki Minaj once again started trending on social media this week after her fan base, known as the Barbs, launched an attack against the rapper's critics. Things got messy as online beefs do, so we'll break it down for you. Cultural commentator Kimberly Nichols, I think Foster, that's the lady you were talking about, right?
Yeah, Kimberly.
On September the 12th, that Minaj is a horrible person prompted Barbs to respond with threatening posts and text messages that Foster has documented publicly. Nicki is clearly a horrible person. Negativity sticks to her like glue is something that she tweeted. Nicki Minaj, no, that says Wolf Ray. That's her number. Like, oh, did they post her number?
So apparently, like Nicki Minaj has these band of followers,
the Barbs,
and you can call them followers, and some people refer to them as a gang, which I think is unfair because they're followers and fans of hers that are diehard, and they kind of target individuals that are negative towards Nicki Minaj. This is all stuff that I've read as of today. I'm not obviously an expert in this subject, but I mean, they love her and they're going to bat for her, and I mean that's their prerogative. Should they be threatening people with murder or harm? Absolutely not. And that is something that they can themselves be targeted and get lawsuits from, as well as people can go to the police, which both of these individuals, both Kimberly Nicole Foster said she went to the police, as well as Nosey Heaux.
Oh, wow, these DMs are hardcore. I'm not going to read these.
Yeah. And what's sad is people don't realize that because you have an Instagram account, that's not anonymous. I can easily figure out and find who you are. And the police can too, obviously.
What I don't like is this whole idea that...
And a death threat is a death threat, whether you send it over the internet or you do it in person.
Yeah, the whole idea that, she's not responsible because all she did was like the tweet but no, I'm sorry.
That's incitement.
It can be looked at as incitement.
That's incitement.
You can't tell me that with your celebrity, if your fans has made it clear whether you're asking them to do it or not, but some of them have been making it clear that they're impressionable and they're willing to do crazy things.
Or at least say they will.
Or even at the least,
we don't know.
Allegedly doing it, but at the least saying, because saying it is where some of it begins. Some people say it and then do it. Some people never say things and then just do it anyway. That's true too. But why take that risk? I wouldn't take if for example, I know Nixon B, you're not like this, but Nixon B, if you found out that one of my enemies was getting on me and you were in the chat room, I'm gonna do this to you if you don't stop talking about Sarah Catherine Red, if you don't stop talking about Tabitha or Chris, and I'm gonna come to your house and I would shut that shit down so fast. I would not even go there with you, and then I would tell my audience, if you do it again, if I see you doing it, you're gonna get blocked. Because
it takes very little to prove intent.
Right.
When somebody DMs you and says, "I'm going to murder you," and they go as far as to look up your address or look up your phone number or figure out what state you live in, that shows intent to pursue that threat. Right. Otherwise, it's just threatening behavior. Right. Threatening words, threatening that. If you actually look up where somebody lives, which, as it seems in some of these articles, some of the Barbs did that with these individuals, pulling her phone number, pulling her personal information,
and doxing it and put to
figuring out, what family members they have. That all shows intent to go forward with those threats, and that's jail.
I can't say it again enough, and I've said it so many times on this channel. I cannot stand celebrity worshiping and celebrity worshipers. Nicki Minaj does not. She appreciates her fan appreciating her music. That's pretty much the end of the arrangement.
I mean, we don't know her. We don't know
You don't know her.
relationship with the people in her fan base.
Why?
But that would be the assumption for any celebrity. Is I
That's
appreciate
that's
you
the quid pro quo.
liking me.
I appreciate, and not even that. I appreciate you liking the work that I do.
That
Well,
you provide
but
because you
if
don't know me.
they
Yeah.
blur, but if they start blurring the line, I'm talking about the celebrity. If the celebrity starts
Yeah.
to blur the line and starts to feed into that, in that, oh yes, I'm all this, and I love the way my army, and I don't care if it's
Yeah.
barbs, I don't care if it's beehives, I don't care if it's whatever the hell they are.
Yeah.
I don't care if they're politicians or not. I don't care. That shit is crazy. These people are not
It
to be
is.
worshipped like this. I just
They're
can't stand it.
humans, just like everybody
Yeah.
else. Just like you, Chris. They're all people.
I am, like Kanye West said, I am a god. Whatever.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, God.
my Pomeranian thinks that he's a god.
Yeah,
So he's
exactly.
not
Well,
right either.
He trick you into feeding him every day. So who's really winning, right? The
And
Pomeranian.
I pick up his poop.
And you pick up his poop.
Come on.
I mean, there you go. That's how do I scroll
Yeah.
down here, real
So,
quick.
yeah.
I mean, before we
And
run
there's
out of
even more craziness. Like if you guys Google this stuff, it's even more crazy than we were saying. We're just giving the highlights here.
and I know it's not as big as. I'm going to word that so bad. You're going to say that's what she said. You can barely see the screen here, but I'm going to try to read it before we go. Nicholas B says, children are innocent, especially at one. The stands, that's the word I was looking for. The stands don't play, especially when there's an army of them. Whoa, those are rough, absolutely unnecessary. Oh, I don't entertain antagonists. Yeah, and like I said, if later on I'm going to try to get on Discord. So one of these days on the show, maybe we can have people, be able to call in or
I love
Zoom
that.
in.
I'd love to have pull an audience member and hear their opinion on the topic that we
certain thing.
discussed.
Yeah, it keeps the conversation going. Well, all right, guys, that was
Different perspective. It's
yeah, that's what we can use it. I know I hate to hear my voice all the damn time. I'm an idiot. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Me too.
But
No, I'm just kidding.
right. But that's the rundown, or the Friday rundown rush, guys. I appreciate you guys for just taking the time to listen to us rant about something.
Bring
For the
some
most
light
part,
to something that's going on.
it's very trivial, but at the same time, it can be very serious because you never know how people are going to take. Like celebrities have feelings too. Like you can criticize, you can report the news, but when you take it too far,
Zoom's about to drop.
well, when you don't turn yourself into the villain to make yourself seem like the hero. So, guys,
100%.
Sarah Catherine the Red. If people want to find you, where can they do that?
Thank you. I'm on Instagram, Sarah Catherine the Red. I also have a YouTube channel that I don't really post on, but feel free.
Feel free, guys.
What's up?
Like I said, until next time, guys, send us your questions, your thoughts, and concerns. I appreciate it. Thank you for joining us here on the Rundown. And until next time.
Thank you. See you Monday.
See you Monday. Nick